And welcome again, dear friends, to the Friday edition of Fresh Bread. This is Reverend Phil Anderson here, pastor of Oakland United Methodist Church in Kansas Avenue, United Methodist Church, right here in the capital city of Topeka, Kansas, good old T-Town. Well, it's Friday, April 1st, 2022. Welcome to a new month. I hope that you had a really good March and that April will be a great month for you. It's a really exciting time now to see the spring roll around. We're about 2 weeks out from Easter. A lot of really exciting things going on in the churches. And, so much of it is how we present things. Would you agree with that statement? So much of what we do is how we say it. It's not so much what we say, it's how we say it. It's if we stay positive, if we stay focused and we meet people where they're at and we try to express our visions in a way in which they will be able to catch that vision and they'll be able to make it their own. That's really the way to do it. If we are trying to impose our will on other people and do things that we just feel really strong about, but we're going to make sure it happens no matter what, that's going to be the real tricky part to really get people to buy into it. So, all that to say that, we identified those 4 areas of ministry, those 4 priorities that I believe are the most essential ones for us to address right now. And those again are number 1, children, youth, families. I believe that's obviously number 1 for both of these churches, as we really need to start finding ways to reach the younger generation. Very, very important. A lot of churches are looking for what can we do to use our gifts and to put them into our particular area. There's no one size fits all. If there was, there'd be a real simple little approach and we'd just all be doing it and we'd be having to turn people over into the different parts of the church. Our sanctuaries would be so full, we'd have to be having people go down and watch closed circuit broadcast in the fellowship hall or maybe over in a different part of the church upstairs or in the parlor if you're at Kansas Avenue, and maybe at Oakland down in the fellowship hall or upstairs. Well, right now we don't have to turn anybody into those other areas because we have plenty of room still. I would love to see the day, though, when we had so many people coming to the church that it was getting to that point where we either had to put them into different areas and have some like closed circuit broadcast going on, or else even maybe another service. And those days are not here yet. They could be. But in the meantime, what are we doing to share our vision for not only just for numbers, because that's really not what it's about. The idea is to reach our neighbors and our community and our world for Jesus Christ. That's really what it's all about. It's not about the name on the church door. Really don't think that's all that important, although we do want to honor our leaders and our denomination and be in agreement with what they're about. But I really believe it's mostly about just following the Lord and His guidance. So how do we do that in a way that's going to be appealing to people? I liked what someone said one time. They were talking about how do you express people, your vision to people? How do you share the gospel with people? And I like someone said you need to be winsome. I like that word winsome, W-I-N-S-O-M-E, I believe it's how it's spelled. And that's just having that little quality that really wants to that makes people want to find out a little bit more about you. What is there about you? What makes you tick? What makes you the person that you are? Why are you so at peace? Why are you so content? Why are you so calm when everybody else is so frazzled? And those are the types of things that I would say are part of the person who is winsome. And I like what someone said, though. If you are winsome, you will win some to Christ. You will not only be winsome in your personality, but you will actually win some to Christ. And so that's where I want to go with you tomorrow. I want to tell you about a very special program that we need to be looking into. And I've already started, but we're going to have to talk about it at the churches first, because as the old saying goes, first things first. So I can't even apply for this until we have talked about it at the churches. So in the next couple of weeks at our administrative council meetings, I believe we have one Tuesday evening at Kansas Avenue on the 5th of April. And I believe we have one at Oakland on the 12th of April. We need to be moving into these areas. And I'm going to give you a brief overview of what I'm talking about tomorrow. And it's going to have to do with healthy congregations. It's a program of the United Methodist Church that I think will be very beneficial for both congregations. So I'd like to share that with you a little bit tomorrow. We'll talk more about it down the road, but you'll kind of get a bird's eye view of it tomorrow if you'll come back for Fresh Bread for the weekend edition. Hey, have a great Friday. Thank you so much for being with me. God bless you, and we'll hope to see you for more Fresh Bread on Friday.